Hi, I'm Don Schechter for About.com Computing. Today, I'll show you how to create a calendar using PHP. PHP calendars can be used for everything from simply displaying the date to creating complex reservation systems. Use your text editing program, I'm using Notepad, and save your file with a .php extension. Let's start with a PHP tag. Now we need to create 4 variables that will be used later on. Start by creating a variable for the current date. The $ denotes a variable, which you can give any name that you like. Let's keep it simple and call it date. Now add an equal sign, followed by the word time, parentheses, and a semicolon. This function will determine the time. Now we'll use the date function to determine the day, month, and year. Create variables for the day, month, and year. Next to each variable, type an equal sign, the date function, parentheses, and a semicolon. For the day variable, within the parentheses, type the letter D in single quotes, followed by a comma and $date. This uses the time function, which we set as our date variable, to format our variables for day, month, and year. For the month variable, type the same thing, but replace the D with an M, and for the year variable, use a Y. Now use the following code to generate the first day of the month. To get the name of the month, we need to include this. Now we want to find out what day of the week the first day of the month falls on, so we need to include this line of code. In a calendar, any days in the week prior to the start of the month needs to be blank. If the first day is Sunday, there are no blank spaces. If it's a Friday, there are 5 blanks, and so on. We have to add the following chunk of code. Use the switch function calling the day of week variable. If it's a Sunday, the variable blank will be assigned 0. If it's Monday, the blank variable will be assigned a 1, and so on. Now we need to determine how many days are in the current month. To do that, we set a days in month variable to equal calendar days in month function with, in parentheses, a 0, comma, the month variable, comma, the year variable. Don't forget the semicolon. Now we'll start building the table by using echo to include table tags. Let's create a table with a set border and width, and include the title and year variables. Now we need to label the days of the week by adding either an S for Sunday, an M for Monday, and so on for each of the columns in the calendar. We need to count the days in each week, so I'll create a date count variable and set it to 1. Follow that up with an echo of a table row. Now we'll start a while loop to deal with the blank days prior to the start of the month. While our blank variable is greater than 0, we'll echo blank table data. We also need to decrease our blank count by 1 and increase our day count. Now we set a day num variable to 1, the first day of the month. We need a while loop to count up the days of the month, echo the day of the month, and increase our day count until the month ends. To create a new row, we need an if statement. If the day count variable is greater than 7, then we need to create a new row and set the day count to 1 and start a new week. Now we have another while loop that will fill in blank days at the end if necessary. While the day count is greater than 1 and less than 7, we will echo empty table data and increase the day count. Finally, don't forget to close the table and end our code. I'll save the file and upload it to my server. I'll type in the URL, and there's our calendar. Thanks for watching. For more information, please visit us online at computing.about.com.